Yo, 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 it's been a while. How we feeling? Go Seahawks, am I right? How we living? What's up, Jake? What's up, Bearded? Async, what's up, brother? Speaking of brothers, what's up, you bro? Are you my brother? What's up, Mark? What's up, Mikey? What's up, JT? Barb, what's up, man? What's up, Niece? What's up, Cipher? Oh, that's me. What's up, Sniper? What's up, Victor? What's up, DV? What's up, D-Jeep? D-Jeep? What's up, Dono Crypto? What's up, Jack? Yeah, man, we had this perfect JPAL this morning on the 15-minute. The only problem was it's internal. We'll talk about it a little bit. Some ways you could have caught this one. Um, doing a little reflecting. Got short on ETH there, but got wicked out because I didn't use a range deviation stop loss like Gangster Barb over there. Always using the range deviation stop loss. Avoiding these sweeps. What's up, Kiera? I am tired, guys. Is Bearded in here? Hey, Bearded, I'm sorry I haven't caught up on your private messages, man. Short from the stream this week. Damn, dude, you held that short all the way to 63K? Bro. Amazing job. You held the Dude, and you're still short? Dude. Bearded, you're a gangster, dude. Do you mind if I show these on stream? Alright, let's give a shout out to Bearded here. Bearded holding this short from the stream. Entry live. Look at that. He held it down to 63K. That's crazy. That's awesome. And the short from from 97,000. What a gangster, dude. Round of applause in the chat for fucking Bearded. Great trades, brother. Let's fucking go, dude. What made you take those trades, Bearded? What was it, man? A little bit of market structure, bro. Hell yeah. Luna, you're gonna have to chill out. You're gonna have to chill out. I'm live. I'm live. I know. I know. Oh. Ow. Hold on, guys. 1 second. Okay. Well, congrats, Bearded. That's fucking awesome, man. 4-hour market structure and a JPOW. What more could you ask for, man? Okay. So let's talk about this morning. So I come to the charts, we're like here, right? Before we get this golden pocket test. And immediately what jumps out to me on Bitcoin is this JPOW, right? The problem for me with this JPOW is that it's internal structure, and just not a big fan of trading internal structure. However, how amazingly did that play out? You get the 15-minute break, the golden pocket retest, off you go. Could have also entered at the breakout of this trend line as well. So missed the long this morning, but I was looking. So the reason that this is internal, by the way, for those of you guys that might not be as up on market structure. So we put in this high here. So we break the 15-minute bullish down here, right? This happened Thursday night when I wasn't streaming because I had plans. We get this break of structure here, pretty much at the start of Thursday. We get this break of structure, we ride it up, and then we get this JPOW at the highs. So we get this SFP here. And then we break structure to the downside here, right? Right, so you break your 15-minute bearish there, and then you come up and you SFP the high, also known as distribution. This is a low time frame distribution model. This is what we were talking about. I really wish I wrote a market pulse, but the Super Bowl, you guys know, because I would have called out this SFP because I was waiting for it. Because you get your bearish break here. You get your, and this is all occurring at the 4-hour golden pocket, by the way. We'll talk about that in a sec. But back to what I was saying. So like, you SFP the high here, which means that your strong low or your weak low on the 15-minute is down here. So even though we come down here and we, F around for a little bit, it's still internal structure. Now, what I didn't realize until later in the day when I was flipping through ETH, is that this is actually external on ETH. So for contrast, right? ETH, you get the 15-minute break of structure here. Similarly, the ETH actually fakes you out with a range deviation to the downside. Come up, and then you set this high, right? And then you come down. You break. Damn, ETH had some gross structure. SFP Central, right? But then you take that high again. And then you come up and you take this high again here. And then you come up and you take this high again here. So whenever you're breaking the low you set here, boom, that's a 15-minute break of structure. Then you set a high, you set a low, you set a high, you set a low, you set a high, you sweep that low. So this was the trade that got stopped out. I got wicked out on this, but on ETH, you actually get the beautiful JPOW. How beautiful is that? So if I had looked at this morning, I would have longed ETH for what is that? Like a couple percent. A nice little 4% move. Not bad. Yeah. But yeah, so the structure was external on ETH, which leans more toward taking the short on ETH that 2 wicks. Yeah, that second wick got me out of my short position. But yeah, so you guys put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. If you guys understand why ETH is external and why Bitcoin is internal. Did I explain that correctly? I'm gonna drink some water. Awesome, cool. So that's another reason why we took the short on ETH, because we actually got a 4-minute JPOW up here with a SFP of the. I guess it's not a JPOW. It was just it was close to a sweep, right? But a break of structure here. Then you run that high. You set up a little distribution model here. Then you sell off. Then you mitigate, sell off again. I would not be surprised if this rolls over. What is the indications say? Yeah, we had a nice Cipher Matrix sell signal up here. Man. Cipher Matrix nailed the long and nailed the short. Man, maybe I should... Nah. We don't use indicators here. Okay. Okay, but back to, we have a lot to cover because so back here, oh, this is the short you're talking about from the stream, the 76k short. But yeah, so we get this bounce off of this support line here, this quad tap support line. And I was talking about last week, this music is really loud. It's interesting. It's not like lo-fi. It's some like kind of intense music. It's kind of throwing me off. But we were talking about how if we lose this trend line, we could very easily come back into the 60s. And what do? We come back into the 60s. Where do we bounce from? We bounce from this long-term trend line here, right? So from the lows all the way up through the lows of last cycle to here. All right, we tap that pretty exact, which is pretty cool if you ask me. We tap that to the dollar, and we're getting a reaction off of it. We're kind of bull flagging out a little bit here, some inside bar consolidation, which is interesting. But we are bouncing from the 4-hour golden pocket. So if you take a look here, I need to clean some of this up. I'm going to clean some of this up here. I feel like I can't see my chart. Okay. We'll just redraw this. Okay, so you have your 4-hour high here. If you take your golden pocket, you can see we're ranging out at the golden pocket right now. Holding pretty well, not a quick rejection, but just keep in mind. So ever since we put Boo Boo on the chart, I just really want to hammer this home, guys. So we're gonna talk about it again. I know I'm probably going on a soapbox, but we're gonna keep talking about this. So you flip bearish on the 4-hour here, right? Even if you got an entry here like 93,000, right? Do you guys understand why trading with the 4-hour makes sense? Right? Like, do you really want a long in here? This is diving off a cliff. And it's like this almost every time, right? So you get your 4-hour break up here. You're diving. You're diving off a cliff. You're diving off a cliff. You're diving off a cliff, right? Like, and then when do you get some actual bull action? You get your 4-hour break here, and you jump up to the golden pocket just to break structure, bearish again at the golden pocket, and drop again. So really, I mean, if you manage your risk properly, you could come to the chart and just trade the, whether it's Boo Boo or Beefy, and you probably would do all right. But yeah, that's why 4-hour structure is so important. So speaking of 4-hour structure, where is the 4-hour high right now? Well, the 4-hour high is here. Until we reach this, Boo Boo is still winning. Boo Boo is still winning. On the 15-minute, we had a distribution model that's kind of... let's flip it over and see what it looks like. So it looks like have your third tab here. You jump over the creek. And the creek retest has kind of failed. So unless we can durably see Bitcoin falling back below this creek, which it looks like above, right? But it's upside down, right? If we start to lose this creek and start to, you know, kind of lose these levels, I would expect us to roll back down. Kind of give us a little rounding top here. So just something to keep an eye on, right? The 15-minute is still bearish with the break here and the SFP. Now, interestingly enough with that as well, if we look at the 1 hour, so the 1 hour also SFP'd the high, right? So this SFP was a double SFP. It was an SFP of the 15-minute and an SFP of the 1 hour, because this was your previous 1 hour high. So that would target the 1 hour week low, which, where's the 1 hour week low? Do you guys know? $67,243. No, it's not there. Not right now, Luna. Okay. Are you hungry? Oh, okay. Let me give you some food. Hold on. That's right. That's right. For all you guys in the chat saying it, it's down here. So, structurally, unless we can come above even the 1 hour strong high, we would still be targeting the low down here. I know it seems like it's far away, right? It seems really far away, but we have to keep in mind, we are still guilty until proven innocent. Boo Boo is back in the charts. I'm gonna run a poll. I'm just curious. Damn you, boo-boo. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hopefully you guys have exited some positions like towards the top. I sold a lot of Bitcoin about 115K whenever we came back up from that death wick. Been trying to keep kind of a bearish bias for you guys, even when I had, like, even when you know more bullish people are bullish. That's one of the good things about market structure is it keeps your bias in check, right? If you know that the 4-hour structure is bullish or bearish, I mean, but everyone's telling you, oh, we're gonna go to new all-time highs, you understand that, okay, well, if that's gonna happen, Bitcoin needs to prove it to me. And how do you prove it to you? You break the 4-hour structure bullish, and then we can all start running our longs again, and happy days, man. Happy days. More comfortable trading structure. That's right. We trade what we see. Precisely. We trade what we see. I think that our group really has had the best overall bias, at least for the past like couple months. What do you guys think? The best macro. Ratings may suffer short term because you don't tell them what they want to hear, but when you tell the truth, it will pay off over the long term. That's right, Bearded. That's right. Nailed it on bias. Yeah, dude, for sure. I mean, altcoins are down like very significant amounts from their highs. Wait, is this stream lagging? Dude, I think I need new streaming software. Hold on. Not too bad. Okay, interesting. Is it watchable? Okay. It's watchable though, yeah? So yeah, so Bitcoin's still kind of ranging at the golden pocket. This is your 15-minute week low down here at 67,200. If this breaks, I would look to come for the liquidity in these lows. Take out the lows. So the first step to flipping bullish, right? You guys know the final step is flipping 76 right now, which is our 4-hour. But the first step would be to break this 1-hour high, right? Which is to break 71,797. Tomorrow is new stream is gone. Man, why is my stream lagging? I hate when this happens. Hold on, let me try connecting to a different VPN. Alright, how's that? Is the stream better? Alright, it should be better. Tell me if it's better. Get a 1 in the chat if it's better. Are we back? Okay. There we go. It should be smoother now. I'm getting a lot more frames here. It's good. It's been fine the whole time for you. Okay. Well, cool. Yeah, so Bitcoin's got a decision to make. It either wants to come back for its week low or it wants to break trend on the 1 hour. Either way, if you're looking at this, right, it's like Alex says, right, this is a giant hot dog, right? You're in the middle of the range right here. Now, if you're still in that short on ETH, I wish I didn't delete it. If you're still short from here, I would definitely hold it because unless we come break 2146, we're still in internal structure, setting up to dip to the downside. Since the 15-minute is external on ETH, that means that your 15-minute low is down here. Where did we drop to? The golden pocket. We front ran the golden pocket a little bit. Starting to come down. This doesn't look, this looks like squeeze, short, 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 squeeze, short, 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 short. At least to me anyway, that's what it looks like. But you can take a look at our indications here. Market Cipher. Ooh, look at that 1 hour buy signal there on Cipher Matrix, man. Tearing it apart. Tearing it apart. 4 hour. Middle of the range. 12 hour. Little bit of curvature on the 12 hour. 12 hour bull div. 12 hour buy signal. Shorting above. Man, we are still so far outside of this deviation band. That's crazy. This is ETH. About Bitcoin. Nice little 12 hour buy signal on Bitcoin. However, it's underneath the deviation band. That's crazy. Mean reversion, man. What about the daily? Yeah, it's still in the bands. Remember, when it's in the bands, you don't really want to touch it. You want to see it come out of the bands and retest them. Man. Cipher Matrix gave you the short at 93,000. Oh, at that 4 hour bearish break structure. I really am proud of this indicator sometimes, man. Okay. ETH turned bearish. Are you on log at the moment? Yes, I'm on log. What do you mean ETH turned bearish? Oh, ETH turned bearish on the weekly? ETH turned bearish. ETH structure's been bearish on the weekly. We had an SFP of the high on the weekly. Coming back down to $7.86 would be 17.15. 8.86 would be 13.25. Could we see ETH back at 1300? Let's see. We got this weekly order block here on ETH that interests me. Which has confluence with the 786 down here, like 1700. 1700 is also just a huge level for ETH, right? It was support back here in the bull run. Back in 2021, it was resistance in the bear market. And then it's also this unmitigated demand. Then it comes down, finds support on 1700 again. 1700 is a nice little level. Let's front run it a little bit here. Alt looks like shit. Will be nice to visit 1.1k. Yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, we can look at ETH real quick. On the 4 hour. Yeah, this is an ugly 4 hour high. I don't even know if I like that. 6 hour looking any better. Okay, that could at least be a 2 hour high. So we have a 2 hour high up here at 23.46. Which if we're pulling. Yeah, ETH is sitting at its golden pocket as well. Yeah, I could see a rotation down for ETH here for sure. Yeah. What does total look like? Rejection from... Sorry, my dog is going crazy. Luna, what do you want? Show me. Show me. Where's your toy? Oh, here it is. I'm bullish on playing fetch with dogs. Oh, it's all good, bearded. It's all good, brother. Yeah, totals retesting the 4 hour golden pocket as well. Same with Bitcoin. Triple spider line resistance. We just sliced through them on the way down though. 57-ish. Could we come down that far? Alright, cool, guys. Is there anything that you guys want to talk about today? I think I don't know if doing altcoins is going to be really that helpful right now. Plus, I'm tired. But if there's anything else you guys want to talk about, Sui under $1. Did Sui go back to 60 cents? Oh, so close. Sui's still on its way to eat this wick down at 60 cents. Log or non-log and why? It depends on the time frame. Like if you're drawing like trend lines will be drawn differently whether it's on log or non-log. So I mean I use both. Like this big trend line from the bottom here. Like see it doesn't work on non-log. But if you have it on log, most of the time, generally, Barb, I don't chart on log, but if I'm like looking for a macro trend line, like look at how beautiful, let's grab a clean chart. If we grab a trend line from the low here, drag it up through the lows, notice how it's like perfect, right? Ignoring the COVID dump, but it's like perfect to where we bounced from on perps. Did this not get to 60? 60,001 was the low on Bitcoin. They didn't want to let people buy it. 60,000. I'll probably come back for it. Yeah. It just depends. If I'm drawing trend lines, then yeah, exactly, Viking. Besides, all that matters is risk to reward, not the percentage anyway. So, do we really need altcoins? The only thing I'd argue that we needed this morning was ETH, but that's just for the for noticing that this was external structure. I didn't realize this was external structure, but it was external structure on ETH, so we could have taken a nice play off ETH. I think that short that we called will end up playing. Sucks that I got wicked out, but shit happens. If you guys want to avoid getting sweeped out, what you can do, right, is you can take your fib tool, you can draw deviation bands, like, and you're only talking about an extra like $8 on your stop loss, right? But I think Barb does this every time he takes one of my calls. Yeah, if you had put your stop loss up here, you'd still be in, and you could have taken some profit here. Gone stop to entry, got stopped out, but or you could just be letting it ride. But yeah, range deviation stop losses are a banger. I might just start incorporating them in the signal because I have a feeling this is gonna dump skis. Dump skis. Can you explain external structure? So I do a great job of explaining it in the free market structure course on the channel. Oh yeah, also I forgot to post this. Hold on. Hold on. Make sure you guys sign up with BitUnix if you guys want free money. It's giving away free money to trade with. You just have to deposit. You also get 30% off fees. We're running this campaign. Make sure you join BitUnix using my link, and you can get free money to trade with. Who doesn't want free money, especially during a bear market? Based on how much you deposit, you get different amounts of money, up to 200 bucks. But that's pretty nice. If you deposit $100, you can get 20 USDT. That's, you know, if you're risking $10 a trade, that's 2 free trades. If you're risking 1% per trade, then that's 20 free trades. So not bad, especially if you're learning. You can learn with house money, which is pretty nice. Is that the market structure video? Yeah, check out the video that that Barb just put in the chat. That's the market structure video. It goes over external structure a lot. Yeah, signing up with my link on BitUnix opens up, like, if I do giveaways or something in the future, it opens up my ability to transfer money to you guys as well. And it also just shows BitUnix that the Cipher Wave Riders came to play. Alright, but that's enough of that, guys. Yeah, hopefully... I wonder, did anybody take this ETH trade? Is anybody still in it? Or did you guys get wicked out with me? Barb, you're still in ETH? Did you use a range deviation stop, bro? I'm just curious. Nice, dude. Nice, Barb. See, Barb knows. He's like, Wave Cipher, but you didn't calculate for the SFP to finish off the Wyckoff model, bro. You got to put your stop up here. And that's why you're paid, Barb. That's why you're paid. Paid. Nice. Could you enter the trade now? You could, but your risk to reward's not as good. Like, yeah, you could. Now, I mean, if it ends up running to the 4-hour week low, then of course your risk to reward is fucking phenomenal, right? Like 7-1. Man, how cool would that be if you rode this down all the way to the 4-hour week low? But just aiming for the... I mean, really, yeah. I mean, it's like a 2 risk to reward back to these lows if we're going to come back there. Yeah, you could enter the trade now, but I liked it better when we were retesting previous highs here at like 21.18. It's already down about like 20 bucks from there. But do I think it will continue lower? Most likely, yes. We're under target the 1-hour week low. Bro, you're an animal, bro. Damn, you're targeting 17K, bro. You're gonna hit this trade, bro. You're gonna hit this trade, and I mean, cause like it's distribution on Bitcoin, right? I mean, you guys see this, right? We talk about this all the time. This is distribution on Bitcoin. You have your first tap, first tap, second tap, break of structure, third tap, combined with a 1-hour SFP. I mean, this is distribution in the premium of the range, right? This is like your premium of the range because you have your golden pocket right here. You have distribution on the we have low time frame distribution on the 15-minute. Barb, you really are a gangster, man. You're fucking running away with market structure, man. I love to see it. Love to see it, bro. I mean, Bitcoin's all internal structure targeting here. If Bitcoin pulls this low, you might want to take some off of that trade, Barb, because it could pull this low and SFP it. But yeah, there's no point in closing it when Bitcoin looks like shit too. Bro, when you take my trades, dude, and you use a range deviation stop, dude, you should hop in the Wave Cipher chat and be like, bro, add a range deviation stop to that, bro. Man. I'm just kidding, bro. I should just be doing that anyway. I really thought we were going to come down more aggressively. It's kind of like, because you break structure here. The problem was this trend line added support. I didn't draw this until after, but we lose the trend line and we really durably start dropping. Alright guys, well we've been live about an hour. It was fun hanging out, talking. We'll have to see if things go down tonight or if Asia wants to pump us. And I will touch base with you guys in the morning. As always, much love. Trade safe. Wave Cipher out. Make sure you subscribe, ring the bell, join the free learning Discord in the description. Can you stack VIP2 with VIP3? You have to create a new account. If you're already signed up, you got to create a new email to sign up with that. But you can stack the deposit bonus if you withdraw and move it over, get another deposit bonus. Alright guys, but that's going to be it for me. Much love, trade safe, Wave Cipher out. See you guys tomorrow. Boo. Did I scare you?